Good evening, everybody. Wolfang here. It is December the 1st. Wow, time flies, doesn't it? Pretty, pretty good day here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Didn't see the sun. It kind of rained all morning. I think it stopped around 1 o'clock. It was it was drizzling when I did my lunchtime walk short video. That's all right. So my spam report for this evening is about the devil comet. So let's get with it. It says a devil comet with horns is racing towards us. Here's when and where it arrives. Few meteor, uh, meteorotics meteoritic events are as frightening to consider as a giant space object hitting the planet. After all, a collision with one of these monsters is what took out the dinosaurs, and a sizable one could also spell the end of humanity. While terrifying, meteor activity is relatively common, through though thankfully not in very impactful ways. About once a year, a car-sized asteroid hits Earth's atmosphere, but it burns up. Next slide. There's an ominous comet heading towards Earth. If you thought all comets look pretty much the same, giant rocks hurtling through the atmosphere with long streamers like tails, you're wrong. Some, like Comet 12P slash Ponsbrooks, which has been dubbed a cryovolcanic devil comet, have distinct features. In this case, those features are horns. To brush up on your astronomy, comets are a large object that orbit the sun and are made up of dust and ice. If you want to dust up on your... Oh, there's my wife's phone. Isn't that a pretty ringtone? Back to the topic. Per NASA. Each comet has a frozen core called the nucleus. As the comet gets closer to the sun and heats up, the ice in the nucleus begins to turn to gas. Burst out of gas can explode from the comet, tearing off poofs of dust. The gas and dust create a cloud around the nucleus called a coma. It's the coma that's responsible for the comet 12P's horns. I cannot speak at all today. And the icy explosions that make it volcanic. Pretty interesting stuff. I just couldn't really find anything else to talk about. I wasn't going to do the news thing on the pneumonia stuff. Everybody's talking about that. So this is why I'm doing the comet deal. Comet 12P has been shape-shifting recently.
Voicemail or?
Comet 12P has had quite the journey recently. In the past 5 months, it's erupted 4 times. On July the 20th, October the 5th, October 31st, and November 14th, spraying its icy insides into space. After each eruption, the comet's coma expands, making it appear brighter and also changes its appearance slightly. Following the first 3 eruptions, the comet's coma developed a halo or a hollow space that made it appear to have devil horns. After the eruption in November, the horns disappeared. However, the comet acquired a green hue caused by high levels of dicarbon. These outbursts have brought this object from being dim enough that you can only really see it with a big professional telescope to, in a couple of cases, something people can see from their backyard.
Okay, thank you.
Theodore Katira, PhD, postdoctoral researcher at the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, told ABC News. There aren't that many comets that have outbursts. These sudden increases in brightness that are so strong, and even fewer that have them a couple of times during one orbit. It seems like Pons Brooks is just really active. That's pretty cool. If I could just freaking talk right. This is when it arrives closest to Earth. Comet 12P slash Pons Brooks takes 71 years to orbit the sun. It'll reach its nearest point to the star around April the 21st, 2024, and its nearest point to the Earth around June the 2nd. The comet might also be seen during next year's total solar eclipse on April the 8th, as long as the skies are clear. Fortunately, there's no chance of this comet, which is about 3 times Mount Everest size, hitting the planet. Richard Miles of the British Astronomy Association told CBS News it's about 70 times further from Earth than the moon. A collision is entirely out of the question, he reassures. There are other comets to look for also. Comet 12P isn't the only one that could be on your radar, according to space.com. Comet C slash 2022 E3, or I guess they're saying it's ZTF, may be visible to the naked eye during the last week of January and early February next year. Then there's the annual Geminid meteor shower, one of the year's best and most reliable, which will take place from December the 13th to the 14th. Don't forget to look up. So there you go. Stop that. Get rid of that. All right. So, all of you astrologers, astronomers out there may laugh at me for mispronunciations of words. That's okay. I don't care. I read this all from the, I don't read it first. I just go with it. So I'm glad you guys stick it out with me. Anyway, so that's kind of interesting. The devil comment. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great Friday evening and a great weekend. This is Wolfang with your spam report from outer space. Blessed be and stay safe, and I'll chat with y'all later. Bye.